Looks like we need to get a new family in our country. This is because we are growing, and as you grow, you get more families that you must appease. We will let the consul make his own family. Now that there is a family, we need to give them jobs. And this is what navies are great for. You just find the one that needs the fucking job, and then you put him in charge, regardless of his fucking skill. And thus, a scorned family is averted. I will go ahead and get some wine imports from the Antigonids. That's probably not a good idea, but sure, why not? That will make legions cheaper to maintain, and I do that because soon, right now, actually, I can make it so that we can raise a legion in Rome, and a Roman legion would be amazing. When it's a legion instead of levies, I can actually determine what kind of troops are in it, and it's just so much more powerful. So we will go ahead and change the Punic reforms. Our stability decreases from that, and that's why I did that little sacrifice I did at the beginning of the game. Did my levies not disband? They did not. I must have hit the wrong button. Well, here you go. And now, our total amount for levies... Wait, what? We didn't even fire the fucking... I must have just been hitting cancel instead of okay. But now as you see, the amounts we can hire have lowered. 30 down to 24 for this one. 4 is like the minimum. These are cohorts. It's like a single unit within a unit, basically. And so now it's lowered because it's a legion and not levies. And it'll get even lower once we can get legions everywhere. But for now, a legion out of Italia would be fucking OP. And I can also name these, and that's pretty interesting.
I has declared my first war. Yay.
Oh, well, the leader of the Antigonids has died.
Good job.
And there goes the Antigonids. They're completely gone now. They died like 100% basically.
They just have like a couple provinces left. Up there, now they're completely gone.
No, they still have some stuff in Greece. They get to keep anything that they lost outside of Anatolia when this happens. So they actually fucked up Macedon quite a good bit there, but Macedon got part of Anatolia as well. This is like almost what happened to me when I played Macedon. Although this Macedon lost more important things than I ever lost. But yeah, the Seleucids just got even chunkier.
Yeah.
Like, you got a lot more chunky in like no time. You've basically gained 100 fucking settlements. You've gone from like 300 plus to 440. Whereas I'm happy that I just gained like fucking 12. You just got like 3 or 100 plus in one go.
I'm happy I just got 2 more. Like I got 2.
Yeah, that's what you get with that justification. Or the casus belli that you get from everyone.
Yeah, with Heirs of Alexander, you kind of just take things over just immediately upon stepping on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Etruria is fighting this block now. That's interesting. Don't worry, we will get all of Italia in time.
I feel like I could take on Egypt, but I don't want to push my luck.
Push it,
Yeah,
do it. Push your luck.
Do it, yeah. Yeah, do it. Come on.
Do it, bitch.
Are you scared?
Do it,
Do it.
little
do
bitch.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Nah, that's for another day.
Boo! Boo! Put on a show.
Everybody
Put on a show.
You do it. You're fucking Rome.
I can't. Just because I'm Rome doesn't mean shit. I'm the Roman Republic in 300 BC. I'm weak. Don't judge me by the year 200 AD's Rome. That's what everyone judges Rome by, the year 200 AD. This is 500 years before that, mister. That is longer than America has been alive.
I forget sometimes how young America is.
Yeah, it's fucking, like, what? Not even 300 years old yet. It's like about 240, 250, 260. I don't even have the manpower I need to start recruiting this legion. It's going to be so large and my nation is so small. It has to recover. Legions take a lot of manpower to build. Just trying to put in, like, 3 units that don't even take that much manpower is going to make me run dry of manpower. So we're going to need to just wait to actually get that legion built. Or do any wars while this recovers. One thing we're going to want to do eventually, at some point, is make Rome itself into a metropolis. One way to do that is to build up aqueducts and then just move a bunch of population in by paying them to move there. Make it into a metropolis and then undo the aqueducts. And I might get started on that. They take 126 to build each. You get some back when you dismantle them, and money's going to be, you know, in the long run, it's not going to be that big of a deal. You can also decon some of these less useful buildings that I don't want as much. I want like these ones right here on the bottom row. These ones on the top row aren't as useful. They can be useful. They give some useful buffs, especially in a place as big as Rome. But the bottom ones give bonuses that I want like way more. But we'll start building an aqueduct now. We're gonna want to keep upping it. A metropolis is nice. Metropolises are very nice. We also have a temple to Jupiter here, which makes it a lot better of a, well, place to be and build stuff. And we're still getting raided by pirates. Wait, you're not pirates? Who are you? You're pirates. Oh, maybe I could step out and fight you. You're like almost dead. Sir, yes sir, kicking your ass. Let's go. Come on, surrender. Oh, they're running. They're running, go get them. Maybe I want to try to capture some of their ships if possible. And they're like out of morale, which means I could probably capture them if I try hard enough. And I captured literally, I wiped them out completely and I captured like 7 of their fucking ships. Get fucked, nerd. Well, Narfi has had a good start to the fucking playthrough. It doesn't look like over here that Arvernia has really expanded at all. I don't think he's fought a war yet. Shibi has fought a war and doubled the size of his country, as small as it may yet be. Barbarians are also always going to be small. You know, monarchies like this are always going to be large, and republics, usually they're more medium-sized, but we're going to grow. Oh, looks like Massilia got their asses beat by Carthage. Yeah, that usually happens. That usually happens. One day we're going to have to fight those fuckers. One day. If you look at our culture now, we can see the Sibelians. There's a lot of stuff here. Have grown a lot. They already have the right to enter contracts and the right of intermarriage. Both of which improves their integration speed, but I don't plan on integrating them. Although we do have colonies being built in some locations just for free without even getting debuffs. So it should help assimilate them faster. They're not big enough for me to justify integrating them. If I'm going to integrate someone, it's going to be because they're just so radically different than me, even in religion, and they have more population than I have Romans. That's generally how this is going to go. I have other things I can do that to make populations happier, like the right of, is it intermarriage? No. Wait. Well, that's one of them to make them happy, is intermarriage. The other one's like inheritance that I usually use. And Salernum has become a city. That's just a free fucking city that I got. Just for free. That's awesome. And it's a colony, which will attract population to it from the region and encourage them to become Roman. I'll have to build these up later. I'm going to be focusing more on Rome itself, and then I'll build them up later. I don't have the money to really go after them at the moment. And more of the southern part of the boot is allying than like ever before. And Etruria is growing via taking shit over.
Well, I just learned something.
What's that?
What?
Don't click on queued events.
No. I click on them all the time. Clicking on them is how you pull them up. And then, if you don't click on them, then they will just automatically pick an option without your input.
Yeah, because I had the thing that said make religious endowments, you know, to get an extra build slot. I clicked on it and I don't have my extra build slot now.
The fact that I got Ordered Retreat definitely helped me in that war after that loss, helped me reinforce and get my morale back up faster than otherwise. The 5% more morale also could have played a difference, but we'll probably get that right now. Finally fill that in preparation for the next war, which is going to take a while because, you know, every year we only get like, what, 1,500 tops manpower. It's going to take 500 manpower for every cohort in this legion. We need over 10,000 manpower to fill this legion up. We have enough now to get the basis of this legion started, so I will get the basis of it started just to check on how it interacts with money and stuff, and maybe I can have them go build some roads. Romans can build roads for really, really fucking cheap. Well, I need to get the Roman roads technology actually before I can do that. Alright, it's not a technology, it's a military tradition, so I have to actually get military experience before I can get that. Well, I guess I'm gonna bum rush that because the Roman military roads are so OP. You just pay the 10 gold it takes to make the road, whereas if you do regular road building, you also have to pay like 120% more of your actual upkeep for the army that you are building with. You don't have to worry about that as Rome once you get Roman roads. So yeah, that's what we're gonna fucking aim for, alright? We're slowly just gonna build this legion up over time, and we're gonna try to avoid getting into wars until then, unless I'm ready to fight it with mercenaries. Which I am not. Looks like we have just enough slots to like fill Rome in with all the aqueducts we need to be able to make it a metropolis. We will also need to pay to make it a metropolis. Where is it? It's like right here. Yeah, it's going to be really expensive. 100 influence and 400 gold to do that. But it is so worth it. We don't need to do it now. I'm just setting it up now. I'm making it possible now. The Etrurians are going to take a lot of land to our north. We're going to actually start getting boxed in by an alliance to the south, and up north, this crap. Going south with our current claims would be a little difficult. It didn't actually give me all the claims I would need. Claim-wise, I would need to go north, which is about to end up being like entirely Etruria. And the Etruscans are just going to be so powerful after that. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll definitely need mercenaries to outdo the Etruscans at that point. But for the time being, we just need to sit back, build up, and integrate our feudatories. That would help as well. We can start integrating some of them, not all of them. Not all of them like me enough. But Mauricia here, which had actually an event that let me get a bonus towards this. Let's see, till 4060, only 2 years to integrate this, not so bad. And I will get that, and that will make me a little bit stronger. Also put me in a region that I'm actually not currently in, so that's interesting. That's more vassals for me. Their land isn't very wealthy, is a way to describe it, but every little bit of land that we can get within ourselves would be great. We're still in a truce with the Etrurians, though. We'll have it, actually, for not very long. It expires at the end of this year, and the years are already flying by, as you see. Time passes very, very fast. It's been like 10 years since we started the game. Not too much has happened, but we're so small, not too much can happen. I think Arverni is now the only one that has not fought in a war.
Yeah, I'm trying to get stuff under control. All the guys around me are pretty decently powerful and have quite a good amount of allies.
Yep, that happens. The AI really bands together. It's a bitch at the start. And look, Etruria now completely cuts us off to the north.
That's why you gotta find allies of your own and band against them.
That's fun.
Well, one of my allies just got crushed. The other's still going strong.
Yeah, it looks like Narfi's nation, the nation Narfi played. We all played over there, like literally right there. I was Arvernia, he was Aeduia, and Shibi was Biturigia, both to your north.
Yeah.
We played as that trio in our first one.
Did that
And
go
we were
well?
the best.
It went generally pretty well, but eventually, like, Carthage and Rome expanded so much, we really had nowhere else to go. We were kind of stuck, and we couldn't really beat them as barbarians.
So we committed suicide and attacked Rome.
Yes, and by we, he means we as a duo, me and him, and then Shibi went, I'm not getting involved, and he went to go somewhere else. And then later he's like, alright guys, I'm here to help, after we were already dead.
Yep. God damn,
True
I'm just
story.
pissed. I lost that extra fucking building slot I needed. Damn it.
Rome is just chillaxing right now, took some land, that was nice. I took a sovereign country. The Seleucids took too much. They're gigantic and large and terrifying, and yeah. And now they're in Anatolia. The Legion is now 3 cohorts stronger. It's gone from 2,500 men to 4,000. Currently, the setup is 4 heavy infantry, 2 heavy cavalry. I do these at like a 2-to-1 ratio. 1 engineer. I do one of these for every 10 total units in it. And 1 supply train, which I don't know really how I pace this. I kind of do like 1 every like 15 or 20. It kind of depends. Hello, the Gaelic power of Arvernia. I am sending you a trade request for cloth. Please sell me your cloth.
Bet.
I don't think Gaelic power said bet.
Maybe. Bet.
You know, it's so great. I'm on like the ass end of millennials, so I got to watch Gen Z, the oldest part of Gen Z in high school, start the trend of saying bet.
I thought that was more of a newer thing.
No, that's like 10 years old or more, and the oldest part of Gen Z started it.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, I never understood it. Even though I'm on like the last year or 2 of the millennials, I could not understand why they started saying that. But they also started dabbing.
I'm gonna hit the dab.
I'm running out of things to import. Everyone keeps canceling my imports because they're getting their shit taken from them. And I can't get any more. And that's a bitch, and I hate it, and your mom's a slut, and I want to die. Civic advances. We're actually getting tech finishing, and our first one was civic. And now I can put this point literally wherever the fuck I want. It does not have to be in civics.
Alright, so my ruler got brain damaged. And by a miracle he recovered.
Brain damage.
Just a flesh wound.
How do you recover from brain damage?
I don't know. It says doctors
By
are
getting
overrated.
good. I'm gonna work down all these things here until I get to proportional agreements, ideally. Because I want this. It allows me to guarantee neighboring countries with 12 territories, no, with fewer than 12 territories. And then there's a chance that they just become my client state just for free, basically. And that could really help with some of the later expansion that we're going to be doing. But for now, I'm getting a legion going far before it is wise to get a legion going. So we're going to need another engineer sooner rather than later. So let's get another engineer and then another 2-to-1 ratio of heavy infantry and cavalry. And our legion is now about half its total size that it can be. It's actually went down by 1 cohort. And yeah, we're halfway there. We can afford it. I think we're right now paying like 5.2. We could barely afford the rest of this legion to be filled. Legions are expensive, okay? But then like I can train them and then they can get like better and experience, so they're less likely to die, and then I let my manpower recover, and then I go and I invade someone, which like ideally is not Etruria, because the Etruscans are just a huge threat right now. Maybe I can ally at some point with Luscania again, and then they can help me fight the Etruscans. See this little nation right here though? They have nothing. See this? They lost almost everything to the Etruscans. They are now one city with a mega fortress on it. They have 22 pops. They have a port. This is a valuable city. And it could be worth just taking over. It would just be me versus that city, pretty much. Thing is, I don't have any manpower for if I suffer any losses. Thing is, it's just one fucking city. And I have all my satrapies, my client states, whatever they're called, feudatories to help me. Although I am integrating one right now. And it's going to finish very soon. So this is like a risky time to do that, but at the same time, it's wide open and no one's protecting it. It has no allies. Oh, of course the Etruscans have a fucking ally up here. I feel like I need to get alliances down here. That's one thing I think I'm gonna get on the way is more diplomatic relation slots, yeah. Which will allow me to get more allies if I wanted to prepare myself for such a war. I could just get some of the allies that are in this big ass defensive league over here, which I cannot join because now I'm too large to. Could always go attack someone else, but like, I don't have claims on anyone else. Right now, the Etruscans took basically all of my claims. So ideally, I fight the Etruscans, right? But at the same time, Etruscans, big and scary. 43 settlements or territories, whereas I have 36. Now, if you had me take over all my... Oh, we could take over another one. My little feudatories here, that changes. Maybe we're more neck and neck at that point. But I have a legion. While legions are stronger, they're also smaller, hence, you know, elite Roman legions versus massive amounts of barbarians, that kind of thing. And, oh, here's some more text coming in. Oh, we'll get 2 more diplomatic relations, actually, if that's what I choose to go through this route, which I probably will, because this leads down to here, which is integrated culture happiness, which is very... Well, integrated, no, that's not that important. Oh, but it leads to maximum research efficiency, which is amazing. I think I'll get the research efficiency next. Oh, I don't have enough research for that. I will soon. We're going to finish religious advances. I'll get that first, because that just allows me to research faster, and that's always good. I have enough in the way of aqueducts to create a metropolis. I just need 400 gold, which that's probably going to be the hard part, actually, is the 400 gold. And 100 political influence. The gold's gonna be the hard part just because I'm spending all of it on the fucking military. So maybe I use my political influence for something else. Like a divine sacrifice to keep my stability high, which will increase my population happiness and growth and research, which will help me make more money in the long run. Yeah, let's make a sacrifice then. Let's just spend it on that. But we need to get this up, and no matter how much it costs me, I'm gonna get it up, and I'm gonna do it. Fucking do it. Oh, and there's that. There's that tech-a-mabob. More research efficiency, thank you, sir. Research and everything about this game is a long game to play, you know? It's not quick, to say the least. You have to kind of go about this bit by bit. And we are going to have to forge a lot of claims by the looks of it, because we're not really going to be handed any more claims by this mission, unfortunately. Also, we are a Senate, and our leader and ruling party does keep changing, so yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing that I'm dealing with in the background. I'm not going to talk a lot about because it happens every 4 years, and 4 years in this game goes past in the blink of an eye. Oh, and now the Etruscans went to war with these poor little guys. Well, the Etruscans are beating me to it. Oh well. I'm just waiting and getting my legion going. That's what I'm doing. And there's the Etruscans curb stomping these poor boys, which do not stand a chance. And fuck, neither do I. That's the story of Rome. Ah, the Etruscans are just killing us. Pretty much. Get rid of this fort here. We probably don't need it where it is. It's not a very useful one. This one is also not entirely useful. It's useful for its zone of control, but other than that, it's not very useful, but it's better than nothing right now. I can bring us from a tribal assembly over to a senatorial endorsement, which will give us more monthly political influence. And it will also allow the war council, which can get me some more claims every 5 years, basically. And I think I might go ahead and do that. All right, so I've changed it, increasing the senatorial powers, and oh, the tribune got dysentery. Oh well. Well, that sucks for him, doesn't it? Bountiful harvest, give me money. Alright, I can now summon a war council. Etruria or Apulia? We already have goals, plenty of claims on the Etruscans, so we'll go for the Apulians. Alright, so I can expand the legion even more. I'm gonna get 4 more heavy infantry, 2 more heavy cavalry, another engineer, and 1 more supply train. Confirm changes. This is very expensive, and we are now at 20 of 25. It's gone up by 2 potential cohorts. It's very, very expensive, as you can see, to do this. There's buffs you can get to make it cheaper, and there's a lot of techs and stuff that help with money. At the moment, I'm just kind of really pushing my limits right now. We unfortunately cannot get the idea that reduces the Legion and Navy maintenance costs until we get level 8 in tech, and we're not even close to that. So there are other ways to save money, like basically powering down the pay of your navy that you don't use your navy during that time, basically. But as you can see, most of our spending is really just like going into our army, which is because we have a legion. And not just do we have a legion this early as this small of a country, which we are pretty small, it's a big legion for the size. I can start integrating another one of my feudatories, so I will go ahead and do that. Fuck, how many do I have left that I'm not integrating? Like 2? Oh, make that 1. I have 1 left that I'm not integrating. Wait, are you? No, wait, I might be integrating all my remaining feudatories, actually. Yeah, I think I am. I think
the
I'm
market's like dead right now. I can't import a goddamn thing.
integrating everything. As populations go up and certain buildings get placed, then other nations will start producing more. You're also not in the best location for imports. You basically just get to import from a bunch of barbarians.
Says you, Mr. Rome. Oh, nah. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I see Travis is in his war. How's that war going, Travis?
I just joined it, but apparently this dude declared one of my allies, so here we go.
We can see, if this is any measure of the Etruscans' powers, that they can manage at least 13,000 in their levies. Our legion will be smaller than that, probably, than their total levied force. But it will be better, and I will have organized it myself. They're going to rely on a lot of light infantry, for example. Heavy infantry is just definitively better, also than archers. As you can see, we have a damage bonus towards light infantry. Nothing towards archers, but like archers don't have a bonus towards infantry. Heavy infantry, that is. The heavy cavalry, though, they have a bonus towards archers, and they'll be coming around the flank to try to hit them, as well as against light infantry. So we have some bonuses that will be in our favor if we do fight the Etruscans now. That is if they come next. This defensive league down here is fucking ridiculous, man. It's too large. How the fuck am I supposed to deal with this shit? God damn. I need to take a big, massive chunk of land to expand my power. And that land would ideally come from the Etruscans. But there's no one I can ally that would really be super useful against the Etruscans. That's the thing. Lucania might help. I can get 3 allies now. I've gotten like 2 more slots. So I could maybe... Oh, they took the city. Damn. It's tough, man. It's tough. And it's going to be real tough to fight them. They're at 44, I'm at 38, but I am annexing more of my feudatories, so that should help. Yeah, I need to make allies with some of these buddies down here, even ones I plan on invading later. Whoever will help me and join in my war. You can also try to ally this alliance group to the north and try to have them kind of come down to help, at least 2 of them. Try to have them come down to help from the north as well. Whoever we can drag in that seems worth their salt remotely. Either way, these small nations wouldn't be too much of a help, even if they did help me. But at the end of the day, we would need help. We would definitely need help.
So who's Narfi gonna swallow up next? Albania? Parthia? Armenia? Cappadocia? Rome?
Listen here,
Macedonia?
slut.
That's Mr. Slut to you.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Slut. Well, in fact, the Etruscans, they've now gone to war with 2 of the ones I was thinking about getting to help me.
Trace is also getting big.
Who?
Trace.
Yeah, they got a pretty good deal. Oh, they ate Macedon. Dude, they fucking killed Macedon. Oh my god. Well, goddamn. Yeah, they just fucking swallowed Macedon whole.
What EV Travis doing? You winning?
He's fighting?
Yes, I just took on a 4K army.
Oh, nice. Your allies getting their ass beat, though.
Yeah, I'm having to hire mercenaries to save their ass.
Ah, don't save them. Just get what you can get. Yeah.
True, I'm hoping to maybe get some of these clans over here.
Well, you're actually occupying that for them, if that's you.
Oh, really? Rip.
Yeah, allies are funny like that. If you help defend them, you basically claim territory for them. So much plundering.
Doesn't founding a city give you additional build slots, if I'm not mistaken?
From a settlement? Yes, a whole fucking lot. But you build completely different building types.
And they're kind of better, in my opinion. Well, definitely better.
Alright, I guess that's what I'm gearing for next, then. Build a city.
There's a tech that allows you to focus on whether or not you want to have cities be your mainstay or settlements. And the way it does it is it gives you a couple more build slots on like every single city, or 1 more build slot on every single settlement. When you take into account that almost every territory in the entire game is a settlement, you see it can be pretty helpful for barbarians that don't have a lot of cities to actually go the path that buffs settlements instead. But you can also just build cities instead and try to conquer the fact that you're barbarians and actually try to civilize yourselves.
And what tech tree is this under?
Civic. On the right-hand side for me. On the right half. Like, it's the bottom left part of the right half. Urban planning and rural planning are mine. Yeah, 2 more building slots for every city versus +1 for settlements. What's up, Travis?
On the stuff that I'm actually taking, I am gaining that land. So hopefully I should be able to get some stuff here.
Yeah, that's if your ally decides that you should get it in the the treaty. Unless it goes on so long that you can actually determine the treaty yourself.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Let's go ahead and just maximize my legion as I can. 25 of 25. Nice. Kind of lacking 1 more cavalry for the perfect formation, but this is good. We have a strong, powerful army that can cross rivers and do things well. But we have like no income now whatsoever, and we don't have any manpower to actually use this army. But at least we're ready. Oh, so far the Etruscans are actually getting their asses kicked a little bit. And they've been fighting so much, their manpower hopefully isn't the greatest. Mine isn't either. But now I can just sit back and, for the most part, recover manpower. Meanwhile, the Etruscans are busy. I think they're besieging this, which is why they're not fighting over here. But the Etruscans get beat up fighting more enemies that they've chosen to make. And then when my manpower is recovered, and this is going to be so far away from the start of the game at this point, I invade the Etruscans and start fighting them from down here with my legion. I'm trying to deal some damage on what hopefully will be a weakened Etruscan nation. Looks like Carthage is in some wars, namely over here on Sicily, which realistically doesn't stand a chance against Carthage, but let's hope Carthage fails to project their power onto Sicily very well, because otherwise I will have to deal with Carthage down there in Sicily later, and that will not be fun for anyone. Especially not me.